Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and I am Dhrutika Nath, an artist, instructor, Skillshare teacher from Delhi, India. Today we will try our hands on Aurora Borealis. The colors are bright yellow green, cobalt green, Prussian blue, Payne's grey and white gouache. Paper is 300 GSM, 100% cotton, Arches, rough grain. So we will be doing a painting about Northern Lights, and Northern Lights is one of the subject that many of you might have explored, but there are a lot of issues that we all face while we paint Northern Lights. First is taping down your paper. How do you tape down your paper? Always, whenever you are taping down your paper, go ahead and seal all the edges. If you do not seal all the edges, you might not get the exact clean edges when you peel off the tape. There are 4 brushes that I would be using: Princeton 1/2 inch brush, Silver Black Velvet size 4 and size 8, and lastly Escoda 0.75 inch brush. I would go ahead and make a small mountain. Along with the mountain, I have to make sure that I am taping down that area. Why? Because I want to save the white spaces of the paper itself, and hence it is important to just go ahead and tape it down. You can also go for a masking fluid, but I, as beginner, do understand that we all might not have masking fluid available with us, and tape is pretty much available with most of us. Hence we should use all the resources that are easily available to us. I do go over my masking fluid and use my graphite pencil to mark the area as well as cut it out. Then go ahead and take off any extra graphite marks that is available on your paper or that shows up from below the surface area. I am using 0.75 inch Escoda flat brush to apply water on my paper, and it is done as a cross swatch because I do not want to leave any white spaces, as well as you will observe a sheen. We are going for Northern Lights, and Northern Lights in various directions. There will be multiple Northern Lights that you would observe. I am using my bright yellow green from Sennelier to add the first set of Northern Lights, and then with the cobalt green. Do not worry while you apply this color, water will do its own magic. If you have actually added good amount of water to your paper, you will not get any hard edges. But do understand that your paper needs to be 100% cotton, 300 GSM. That is the minimum which you should have, and if you are using a handmade paper, you should always go for 400 or more in terms of the weight of the paper. Then go ahead and add some Prussian blue. First, always try to add a lighter value, and then you can always go for a darker or a saturated version. It would actually help you to sail through the process more easily. The speed of the video is 1.5x, and for any of the videos which you want in real time, I have classes on Skillshare. There are overall 18 classes, and in case you want to actually take any of them, go ahead and use the below link for 14 days of free trial. Now it's time to add the darkest value, which is my Payne's grey. You might observe that I have gone from lightest value, that is my bright yellow green, then cobalt green. On top of it, I have added my Prussian blue, lastly getting on to the Payne's grey. This is how you should also apply the colors. It's time to clean the edges. Why cleaning the edges is very important. You would always find that there is a back run, which means there might be a cauliflower effect if the water is there on the sides of the tape. Go ahead and remove the tape by which you did mask the area of the mountain, and then go with a very light wash of Prussian blue. You can also use a very light wash of Payne's grey. It's up to you what you want to use it in terms of the colors that is available on your palette. In few of the areas, the saturation level of the color would be higher compared to the areas where you will have lower saturation. You can't actually control the movement of the water, and that's one of the reasons I did not actually ask you to control the water while we were painting the Northern Lights. This is actually a result of 2 to 3 attempts for the Northern Lights which I did earlier before coming up with the final video. Therefore, you should always have a lot of patience while you are working with watercolors and let water do its magic. We cannot control a lot in this, and always enjoy the process rather than actually going ahead and checking what would be the final result. The second aspect that I want to discuss while painting Northern Lights is how to make it organic in nature. If you want to paint organic Northern Lights, the best way is to go wet on wet rather than going with wet on dry. What do we mean by wet on wet? If you have a wet paper and apply wet paints on top of it, it is a wet on wet technique. Whereas if you have a dry paper and apply wet paints on top of it, it's a wet on dry technique. Mountains area actually is a great example of going the wet on dry. First we did apply a very light wash of Payne's Grey or Prussian Blue depending on whatever is available on your palette, and then now we are going ahead and adding some of the ridges and the valleys which are seen on the mountain. This is a snow-capped mountain, and hence only in small places I am adding some dots with the help of my Silver Black Velvet size 4 brush. It is very small, and in few of the areas I am even going ahead with my blending brush size 8 Silver Black Velvet and blending it. Do keep on adding some more textures to the area of the mountain, and these are actually really small in terms of a few dots here and there. That's all we are going ahead and adding. Now some more splatters. We need to actually add the last aspect into this painting, which is the stars. For the stars, you have to always cover the mountains before you add the stars. I would be using my white gouache from Winsor & Newton to add these stars, but you can go ahead with any white opaque watercolor to add these stars, or else even white opaque poster color is fine. While you are adding the stars, make sure that you have a very saturated version available on your brush in terms of the white gouache or the poster color which you are going ahead and adding, or else you will not get this kind of smaller stars. And then you can go ahead and add these bigger stars with the help of the tip of your brush. You have to hold the brush at 90-degree angle while you paint these bigger stars. I would let my paper dry off completely before I go ahead and peel off my tape. This is a very important aspect while you peel off your tape, because if you do not let your paper dry, it would rip off, and hence you might not get the clean edges which you will observe right now on my paper. If you did like this video, subscribe to my channel, thumbs up, and press the bell button. If you plan to paint this one and even there on social media like Instagram, do tag me as watercolor.illustration.letter. Lastly, this is an Arches 300 GSM A5 size rough grain paper. You can also use the cold pressed paper Arches 300 GSM to complete the painting. Do not forget to sign your paintings. Meet you super soon with a new video. Stay safe, use mask, and take care of yourself. Lastly, happy painting, guys.